Hi, welcome to Madden 07. This is probably unanimously considered the best game ever made. I hope you enjoy watching me not just play Madden 07, but we're going to do, where is it? Game modes. We're going to do a franchise and try to win a Super Bowl in our first season. I'm going to do the fantasy draft. I'm going to play as my favorite team, the Lions, and we're going to try to win a Super Bowl. Fantasy draft on, trade deadline on. We got to make this as realistic as possible. You can't see it right now, but I set it to all Madden mode, so you know I'm not going to wimp out. We're going to draft a team, and we're going to put my skills to the test. Alright, so Madden 07 is really skewed towards having a really good defense and really good wide receivers, at least in my play style. So, we're going to want to draft the best possible defense, get superstars, as many as we can. I'm going to take Ray Lewis, even though he probably murders people. And we're going to keep going for as good of a defense as possible, especially with such a hard difficulty. We're going to want to load up on that, because we can... For me, it's easier to... Oh, that's a creative player. I shouldn't draft him. It's easier for me to control an offense to be good, rather than to control a defense to be good. So, I have to compensate by putting a lot of really good defensive players on my team. So, Darren Sharper, he's great. Of course, almost everybody that's in this game has retired by now. This game is now 12 years old. Especially these defensive guys they don't seem to last as long as some of your offensive position players. I seem to be running out of high-ranking defensive players. Alright, so now what I'm going to want to do is load up on as good of wide receivers as possible. Andre Johnson, Isaac Bruce, those are both good. Deion Branch is always a really good one to get. So, whether or not you know these players, that won't matter so much, because they're almost all retired anyway. Deion Branch is good to get. And one more wide receiver. I'll take this guy. Alright, now quarterbacks we have plenty of time to get, but I'm just going to go for Steve McNair right away. He's one of my favorite players in Madden 07, weirdly enough, but we're still looking at high ranking. Let's start getting some offensive linemen. Jeff Saturday's a great center. We want to make sure our quarterback, our running backs, they're all well protected. Let's see if we have any other high ranking linemen. Not super good, so we're gonna want to fill up real quick. All right, we'll be good without freaking out about a halfback for now. Let's get some tackles. I don't know who that is. I'm a fairly casual fan, so I don't know a whole lot of these linemen, or a lot of like the backup players that I'm gonna have to draft. Gonna need some guards. I think after I go for offensive line, I'll go for defensive line, which those are usually the guys that I focus on using on defense rather than corners or linebackers, because you're more likely to get an interception or fumble recovery if the computer is controlling your he's good. If your computer is controlling, your defensive backs. All right, let's go for another defense. Let's go for a defensive tackle, and then we're gonna go for a running back. We have 30 more rounds to go. I won't go that far. I'll just get some good players here. We're gonna rewrite history and have TJ Duckett be the best running back in the league. I'm a Michigan State fan. I go to Michigan State, so I love TJ Duckett. All right, so I'm gonna try to get a couple more. Cannot afford. Am I out of money? I'm out of money. I didn't know you could run out of money in the draft. Oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. Alright, let's get a good fullback, and then I'm probably never going to use a punter. Tupa, that's 2-point Tupa. He's responsible for this 2-point conversion. I didn't know he's in this game. We got to get him. Alright, I'm just going to draft a kicker, John Carney. He's good, but he's getting very old. So let's get this, let's get Mike Nugent. And because I don't want to have to worry about how much money I'm spending, now that I've kind of got what should be most of my starters. Oh, I have to pick up, oh, I can't get Vince Young. I'm going to need David Garrard as a backup quarterback because I'm worried. I'm just going to put it on simulation for the rest of it. I think we got all of our starters. So those are the guys that you're probably going to see me control throughout this whole season. And we're going to work our way to a Super Bowl. Either a Super Bowl or we're going to make the reality of the situation and go 0-16 like the Lions would. I'm hoping... I wish that you could switch out your coach at the beginning of the season because Rod Marinelli was a trash head coach. Let's view our draft summary, see what we got. Oh, this is round by round. We don't need to look at that. Alright, so the franchise mode Madden 07 is split up into a few parts. There's training camp, preseason, and then the regular season, and then off season. In that order. So just so you can see here, gameplay settings. Alright, so the quarter length's 2 minutes. All Madden on the skills, and injuries are on. We're going to make sure this is all good. All Madden disables the AI in Madden 07. Let's look at our roster and see what we have here. Let's look at our depth chart. Steve McNair, David Garrard, those are pretty good quarterbacks. Ryan Randall, I have no idea who that is. We're going to get in a lot of those players. So apparently you can run out of money in the draft, which makes sense. But let's look at our receivers. Andre Johnson, Deion Branch, Keyshawn Johnson, Justin Gage. I don't know him, but I think we've got a pretty good set of players here. I think I definitely could have done better on offense. Our line seems to be pretty good. A lot of 80s I'm seeing. Okay. Ends, pretty good. Our tackles are alright. I don't like the 78, but you get what you get. Middle linebackers looking good. Right linebackers looking good. Corners are alright. And the quarters is pretty good. Alright, so we have a pretty good looking team so far. Here's our kick returner is Chad Moore. He's pretty good. Alright, so now that we have that all set up, we are going to skip training camp because I don't need to improve. I'm already good. I'm great at this game. Probably not. I'm probably going to lose every single game. And we are going to skip, wait for this long simulation for a 2006 GameCube game. And we're going to jump right into the regular season. Now, Madden 07, I think, personally, is one of the better Madden games historically. Of course, as an annual franchise, it gets better every year because it's so technologically independent, right? So, new games are better just because they're graphically more capable, they're, faster processors, they can have more realistic AI and all that. Like this game, you can do a lot of fun stuff though. You can do a lot of fake kicks, a lot of onside kicks and things like that. Probably won't do a whole lot of that on all Madden mode, but this game's really fun. So franchise mode, we got play week. Takes us to our weekly schedule. We play the Seahawks in week 1. And we can look at our schedule for the entire year. Whoops, don't want to simulate that. Seahawks, Bears, Packers, Rams. Pretty good schedule. A lot of these teams weren't very good in the mid-2000s, but they're all mixed up because we did the fantasy draft. So we're going to jump in week 1 and see if we can beat the Seahawks. Let's go Lions. Now, if this were real 2007 or 2006, whatever, the Seahawks would destroy the Lions, but since I don't like Rod Marinelli, I switched the offense and defense for my profile. I'm using Jacksonville's Jack Del Rio for my offense and Tony Dungy's defense for Indianapolis. And I did that because I was a pretty big fan of Tony Dungy when he was a coach of the Colts. But he didn't use the Hail Mary play in his Madden 07 playbook, so I switched to Jack Del Rio on offense. But that won't matter because we probably won't use Hail Mary in all Madden. It's kind of broken in like rookie mode because the AI is so bad in these earlier Madden games that you can kind of get away with throwing a Hail Mary on every single pass. We're home field advantage for the first episode. Now, let's do the coin toss, and then we'll pick this up right next time. Alright, we're kicking to him. I'll kick to him, and then we'll end this episode. I won't do onside. We're going to do a normal kick. Come on, Mike Nugent. Kick it deep. See what he can do. He's no, where's my cursor? Is this just frozen? Welcome to Madden 07, ladies and gents. This is... I can... What the world? What?
Not a bad kick, though, son.
How does that work?
From the 5.
What the...
Runs through the tackle.
How does that... How does this work? Do I have it on the wrong mode? I'm not, like, able to control the players or anything. It's, like, really weird. We'll ask what Madden wants us to do. I'll do one play and see if I can figure this out. I can't move my guy? Okay, I think I have this on the wrong mode. Huh. Okay, well, I'll pick this up next time, and I'll try to figure out what's going on with that. But thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you again next time on Madden 07. Hope to see you soon.